So what we could do is we could also modify the strategy to say, if the VIX is, let's say, above 21 or something, that it just doesn't trade, right? That way we're capturing most of it, but we're avoiding this big drop, right? And this, if you overlay this with SPY, you'll see it's correlated to the big drop in the market, right? So here we had this big drop in the stock market. If we had exited here when the VIX spiked, we would have saved ourselves a lot of money. And then same here, when the VIX spiked up a lot, we would have saved ourselves a lot of money. So this here, the VIX was 22, perfect. Here the VIX was 21. So say, I think I'd put in a VIX protection of like, right, so if the VIX is above 20, let's just not trade. Maybe 20, maybe 21, right? We could experiment with that. But I think I would add that little check here, right? If we're above a 21 VIX, let's just not trade. Let's just not own anything, right? I think that would be a very nice thing to add in here. So I'm going to add that as well. All right, weekly momentum strategy is still generating. I'm going to get it to do the VIX check as well once we're done. Okay, so we got that. Alan, here's the one that you have. You're saying, I would love to leave it the same, but add a second condition, which would send 20-period EMA. So it would buy calls if the 50-period EMA is also positive, and if the 50-period EMA is negative, only buy put. Okay, so let me copy this. Why copy your message? This is your message, right? Oh, that's kind of cool how I could show it like that. But I can't copy it. What the hell? I want to copy your text. It's not letting me copy your text in this platform. Let's see. There you go. We'll get it from YouTube. I'm just gonna give the AI verbatim what you said. Right? So we'll type that in. Boom. AI, do your magic. You ran out of characters. I mean, if you wanna keep typing, we can add more if you'd like. This is the AI. It's still kind of going at all of this. I'm gonna add in a VIX check. So when the VIX spikes, we're not going to do it because this is a little bit more risky now. Because if it's buying 15% of the account, I definitely want to have a VIX check, right? So we'll run that, we'll back test it, and then in the meantime, I'll get the AI to also build out the one with the VIX check. And I think that's going to give us a really nice result. I just can't decide on whether it's 20 or 21. I think there's 21 right there. That would have been very good. There's 21 above right there, 21 right there. See, some of these, it would have been out when it didn't need to be out. But here, yeah, this 21, it would not have exited there, and it would have avoided this big drop. This is our big correction. I mean, guys, if we could run this strategy and it was trading call options on these names the whole time and avoided this big drop in the stock market, this thing is freaking solid. Like I think this is a very good strategy. This is my opinion, right? My own money that I'm trading, but I think this would be something very special. So I'm going to go ahead and back test this for starters. And then while that back test is going, I'm also going to ask it to, where is that one? Here's our weekly momentum. Edit this. And I'll say, please also add a VIX check. So if the VIX is above 21, we don't want to trade anything, and actually we want to actively sell things, right? So if the VIX is above 21, we don't want to buy anything, and we also want to exit all of our positions immediately. And then we hold off until it comes back in line to being below 21. Okay, so we're going to add in that VIX check. Let's see how it does without the VIX check. This is our back test going on right here. We'll see this. I think this is going to be a good strategy. I'm actually very excited about this one. I think this is going to do a heck of a lot better because it's not buying only one symbol. It's buying two. It has a bigger allocation, so it has a bigger chance of making money. And I think we fixed that bug where it wasn't selling. We'll get that to be fixed. And I think we fixed that. And then we're doing the VIX check as well. I think all those things combined, we're going to see a strategy that is just a freaking rock star. That's my guess as to what we're going to see here. It's diversified, bug fixed, and we'll have the VIX check as well. This back test that we're running doesn't currently have the VIX check yet, so we'll see what happens there. Okay, and then Alan, here's the one that you said to do. Let's run a back test on this as well. We'll see how this works out. Here's your back test for your 1 DTE SPY algorithm. Let's see if yours works out well. I have my reservations about it because I think puts will be quite difficult to do, but let's see. And let's actually see what the AI changed based on what you said. I said added a 50-period EMA slope filter and parameters. The strategy now only buys calls when the EMA slope is positive and only buys puts when the EMA slope is negative. Implement an EMA computation helper, integrated gating logic for entries while keeping SMA-based closing behavior. Okay. And the strategy works as follows: computes a live 20-minute average on the underlying to determine bullish or bearish momentum, calculates a 50-period EMA, and only buys calls if EMA slope is positive, and only buys puts if EMA slope is negative. Chooses one-day expiry in the money options using safe selection helper that validates quotes and spreads, enters with bracket orders, target profit and stop, and visualizes key lines, price, SMA, EMA on the chart.
Okay, like what you saw? See the strategies we've created in the marketplace or create your own with our powerful trading AI at www.botspot.trade.